This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Here's something that I've not really used much in the Helix, and I wonder if I might have been missing out on something. Now, in the real world, many players use a boost pedal. So the Keeley Katana, I think, is probably the most ubiquitously that I can think of used boost pedal, you know, from John Mayer and other players, of course. Tom Morello, I think. The other, possibly even more common boost pedal in the world is the exotic EP boost, and this was supposedly based on the Echoplex preamp, and Eric Johnson, for example, was known for using one of these things. Now, this is an Eric Johnson clean preset that I put up. Now, it's got a few issues with it, so I'm using a compressor to actually do this boosting job in this preset. You can probably hear it's a little bit noisy and obviously a little bit squishy, and the other thing that this compressor does, I think, it thins the sound out a little bit. So what I was thinking was, actually, we could use a booster instead of this. So if we replace the boost with this, doesn't seem to me to be as noisy because it's not doing the compressing thing as much. But it also can boost our level in a similar sort of way. But also has a bit more of a warm sound. So let's just switch back. And what I was thinking is maybe this is something I should explore more. So if we were using, say, a Fender Twin, is it the vibrato channel I think we want, with some normalish looking settings, and what this can do is effectively, I think, bring a bit more so in that case that's just pushing it over the edge, which is not really what I want there. So maybe it has to be on settings where we're really keeping things very clean. We don't want to push the amp into overdrive in this case, for me anyway. And effectively what it's doing is it's giving us a bit more bass response as well. And that could be, I think, a key to getting some more pleasing tones out of some of the clean models within the Helix. The other thing we could do, if we don't want it to increase our drive as much, is put it the other side of the amp, which might be... And if we put it there, we could effectively have that as like a boost that is happening after the amp, sort of between the amp and the cab, or even you could put it after the cab. It makes no difference where you put it once it's after the amp, because the cab is a linear response anyway. So if you've got a stereo cab though, it makes sense to put it before the cab. What I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to put together this as an alternative. So I'm going to get rid of that block, and I think what I'll do instead is have two kinky boosts, and if we have another one, if I can do that too, and experiment with kicking them both on or off. So we'll now do this, and I'll leave the chorus on all the time and replace this one here, replace, and this one here, and we'll save this. And this could maybe show us options for how we could use this as a boost, because it's not been that obvious to me what I've been missing out on. But here we go, look. So give that a try. Let me know how you use your boost in the comments below. I'd like to get some more tips on this sort of stuff. I do use a boost pedal in real life. I know it's a thing that some players have on all the time, sort of like a compressor, and in a way, you know, you can hear in real life essentially what it does is this similar sort of thing where you can push the amp so that it feels a bit more lively. But it might be something that improves some of your tones potentially. Again, careful if it's before an amp with some amount of gain on it, because you could just end up pushing it further into gain. And in that case, I might put it after the amp instead and get a bit of a different. It's something that I think I've been missing out on, and I could have been building some interesting tones with. And also, I guess you could boost into things like a tube screamer or a megaphone, obviously. I'll catch you in another video soon, and thanks for stopping by. Cheers.